Have you ever met someone and just felt well drawn to them?
Yeah.
Like there's this magnetic pull, but you can't quite put your finger on why.
Oh, absolutely. We tend to think attraction is all about, what we see, right? Physical look.
Exactly. Magazine covers, perfect features, that sort of thing.
But what if? What if the real deep attraction, that powerful allure, isn't really about the mirror image at all?
What if it's something unseen, like a quality and energy?
That's precisely what's so fascinating. Our sources really push back against that conventional idea. They argue that genuine appeal, that magnetism, isn't just skin deep.
Okay, so what is it then?
It's more of a mix, you see. Presence, how you behave, your personality, obviously, but also these really subtle, almost subconscious signals.
Signals, like what?
Things that just radiate confidence or warmth or just authenticity, being genuinely you.
Right. So that's our mission today. We're going to do a deep dive into these signs, the psychological stuff, the behavioral cues that signal someone is truly magnetic.
And importantly, this isn't about, trying to be more attractive or seeking validation from others.
No, not at all. It's more about understanding this inherent appeal that people pick up on, even if you yourself don't really see it.
Yeah, it's about recognizing something potentially already there.
I think this could be really insightful. Maybe even change how we think about what makes someone captivating.
When you connect it to the bigger picture, it's really about human connection, isn't it? What draws us together often goes way beyond just the surface. It's deeper, more psychological resonance.
It really is. So, yeah, most people hear attractive and they picture, great hair, perfect skin, the usual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the sources we looked at, they pivot pretty quickly. They say true magnetism comes from, like you said, presence, how you carry yourself, your actions, your personality, and these tiny subconscious things.
And there's a why behind that.
Yeah.
The psychological studies mentioned keep pointing to the fact that we're often more drawn to people who just feel confident, warm, authentic.
Not necessarily perfect-looking people.
Exactly. It's more like an internal glow, someone who seems comfortable and sure of themselves. It subtly signals they're approachable, maybe even strong.
Okay, so let's get into the science. The first one is interesting. They call it the unintentional spotlight. Basically, people just can't stop looking at you.
Right. And we need to be clear here. This isn't that creepy stare, okay?
No, definitely not. It's more like intrigue. Like people are just genuinely curious.
Yeah. Magnetic folks seem to naturally draw attention, even if they're just, getting coffee or walking down the street, mundane things.
So you might notice people kind of glancing back, maybe holding eye contact a tiny bit longer.
Or even striking up small talk, almost like they feel compelled to.
Yeah. And the key thing here, according to the sources, is that it's not just about being conventionally good looking. It's about presence.
Presence. What does that mean exactly?
Like how you occupy space comfortably, your posture is relaxed, you give off this open, non-threatening vibe.
Ah, okay. So our brains are sort of wired to notice people who seem confident and not defensive. Makes them compelling.
Kind of like an unconscious signal of safety and self-possession. It draws the eye.
Interesting. So it's less about trying to get noticed and more about just being in a way that's naturally noticeable?
Exactly. Which leads nicely into sign number 2, the confidante.
Ah, the one where strangers just spill their guts to you.
Pretty much. Or even people you don't know that well. If you find people often share secrets or talk about vulnerable stuff or just seem really comfortable being emotionally open around you.
That's a big indicator of this deeper attraction, the sources say.
Why, though? What is that signal?
Well, think about it. It creates emotional safety. If someone feels they can share deep personal things with you, it means you're probably giving off this inviting, non-judgmental vibe. You seem empathetic.
Like you're a safe person to talk to.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that quality, it's apparently much rarer and therefore more attractive than just physical beauty. It shows you can listen, validate experiences without making someone feel judged.
It builds trust. Profound trust, actually.
It's like you're subconsciously saying, it's okay, you're safe here.
I can totally see that. Like being a quiet harbor for people.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Sign number 3, the unconscious admirer.
Right, this is the imitation thing?
Yeah. Ever notice someone kind of subtly copying your style? Maybe they start dressing a bit like you or try a similar haircut.
Or even pick up your catchphrases or the way you gesture when you talk.
Exactly. What's going on there?
Well, from a social psychology angle, it's often this unconscious mirroring. It's a form of admiration, really, a signal of rapport.
They're not consciously trying to be a copycat.
Not usually, no. It's more like They subconsciously want to embody some of the charisma or positive qualities they see in you. Your vibe is rubbing off on them.
So it's actually a kind of nonverbal compliment, showing your influence.
Yeah, that your impact goes beyond just conscious thought. They want to reflect a bit of what they admire.
Okay, this next one, sign number 4, moves beyond the external stuff even more. The intellectual challenger.
I like this one. It's not about being argumentative, though.
No, not at all. It's more about you naturally ask thoughtful questions. You speak your mind, respectfully, of course, and you're not afraid of deeper conversations.
In a world that can feel pretty superficial sometimes.
Right. That can be incredibly attractive, memorable.
Definitely. Someone who can actually spark your mind, who listens and offers real insights. You remember that person.
It makes you think, how often do we really engage intellectually beyond just, polite chit-chat?
Good question. And the sources suggest that providing that mental stimulation, that genuine curiosity about ideas, makes you stand out. It signals intelligence, depth.
A desire for real connection creates interest.
Powerful stuff.
Okay, sign number 5, the grounded presence. This sounds like just being comfortable in your own skin.
Effortlessly comfortable, yeah. Doesn't matter what you're wearing, PJs or a power suit, you just seem at ease, graceful.
Self-possessed.
Exactly. And that inner comfort, it creates this almost tangible magnetic energy because it signals you don't need validation from outside.
You're not seeking approval, you're just being.
Right. And that authentic confidence, which is very different from arrogance, the source is stressed, it just draws people in.
How so?
It makes others feel safer, maybe more curious around you, because you project self-assurance, but also like emotional stability. Your calm invites them to relax and be themselves too.
So genuine confidence is kind of a quiet superpower.
You could say that. And speaking of genuine, sign number 6. The genuine connection, which comes through an authentic smile.
The smile. But not just any smile, right?
No, the sources really emphasize the quality here. It's the kind that lights up your whole face, reaches the eyes, you get the little crinkles at the corners.
The smizing, not just turning up your lips politely.
Precisely. And what's really cool is there's research on this. That University of British Columbia study found that these genuine smiles, they call them Duchenne smiles, actually make people seem more attractive and approachable than, say, wearing lots of makeup or fancy clothes.
Wow, really? More than makeup?
Apparently so. From a brain perspective, these real smiles signal true warmth, openness, happiness. They trigger positive feelings in the person seeing them.
It's that unfiltered joy or welcome. Primal appeal.
You got it. Less about forcing perfection, more about honest expression.
Okay, let's talk silent signals now. The stuff we do without realizing. Sign 7. The silent communicator, your body language, speaks for you.
Yes, the nonverbals, often unnoticed consciously, but so powerful.
Like what specifically?
Things like walking with good posture, making eye contact that feels warm, not intense, using open hand gestures when you talk.
Stuff that signals confidence and openness.
Exactly, and a willingness to engage. Your body language tells a huge story, probably more than your words sometimes. It radiates approachability, self-assurance, makes people subconsciously want to connect.
So your body and words are aligned. Creates trust.
Definitely, it's all part of the package. Which brings us to sign 8. The aura of influence people are magnetized by your energy.
Aura? Okay, that sounds a bit mystical.
Yeah, but the sources don't mean it like that. It's more like the perceived effect of all your consistent positive cues, the nonverbals, the emotional intelligence, the self-assured vibe. It can subtly shift the atmosphere in a room.
Okay, I get that. Like you can feel someone's energy. How does it show up?
You might notice people unconsciously mirroring your actions slightly, or in groups, people might just naturally gravitate closer to you physically.
Or you just get included in things, invited places, without really trying.
Right. That attractive energy is potent even when you're quiet. It just makes people feel good or more engaged or simply more at ease just being near you. It's the sum total of all those little positive signals.
I've definitely felt that from people. They just kind of brighten the place up by being there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sign 9. The alluring enigma. You're mysterious without trying.
This isn't about playing hard to get, though, is it?
No, not consciously. It's more like you don't feel the need to overshare every single detail about yourself. You speak when you have something meaningful to say. There's a sense of depth.
More beneath the surface.
Yeah, and that natural enigma creates this emotional pull. Makes people curious.
It really does. The sources suggest you don't need to broadcast everything, that depth, and maybe sharing selectively leaves room for other people's imagination, fosters a desire to know more.
Lasting intrigue. Not manufactured mystery, just depth.
A kind of selective vulnerability that sparks genuine curiosity.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of really positive, empowering signs, but sometimes being magnetic has a downside, right?
Unfortunately, yes. Which leads to sign number 10, the unintended consequence. You've faced jealousy or passive aggression.
The less fun part of having this appeal.
It raises that uncomfortable question. Why would attractiveness sometimes provoke negativity?
Yeah, why?
Well, the sources acknowledge that your inherent magnetism, that appeal, can sometimes trigger insecurity or envy in others. Feelings of inadequacy.
And that comes out how?
Maybe as subtle digs, or someone being inexplicably cold towards you. Gossip. Passive-aggressive stuff, seemingly out of nowhere.
Oof. That can be confusing and hurtful.
Absolutely. And if you've experienced that, it's really important to consider that it might not be about something you did wrong.
It could be about their stuff.
It could be the unintentional impact of your light shining on their insecurity, a projection of their own internal state, their own comparisons.
That's actually a really important perspective.
Yeah.
Puts those tough interactions in a different light. Makes you feel less responsible for other people's reactions sometimes.
Definitely worth remembering.
So to wrap things up a bit, the sources also threw in a few bonus cues. Quick hits for signs you might be secretly magnetic.
Yeah, like people remembering you really vividly, even after just meeting you once briefly, speaks to the impression you make.
Your presence has impact. And getting compliments, but not just on looks. On specific things like your voice or your laugh or just your overall energy.
And those unique things that radiate from you, also being seen as multidimensional, smart and charming and kind and strong, the whole package.
A holistic appeal, yeah. Oh, and this one's kind of quirky. People just often assuming you're already in a relationship, even if you're totally single.
Like someone that great must be taken.
Right, and maybe the biggest one.
Being unapologetically yourself, that authenticity, just being truly aligned with who you are, that shines through brighter than almost anything. It's magnetic.
So when we boil it all down after this deep dive, what's the takeaway?
Well, it seems abundantly clear that attractiveness is just so much more than skin deep, isn't it?
Miles beyond physical attributes. It's really about how you make other people feel, the presence you bring, how genuinely you just embody yourself.
Without trying to be someone else. And it's powerful and maybe a bit surprising to realize you might not even see your own magnetism the way others do.
We often take our most natural qualities for granted, don't we? The things that feel easy or normal to us.
We really do. They might be the very things drawing people in.
Absolutely. So maybe we can leave everyone with a thought to chew on.
Okay.
What if? What if we started consciously acknowledging and appreciating these less obvious but really impactful forms of magnetism, both in ourselves and when we see them in others?
How might that shift things?
Yeah, could it fundamentally change how we value people, how we connect, how we see the different kinds of light people bring into the world?
That's definitely something to mull over.
Until our next deep dive, then.